Hey, need a minute of your time.
By all means.
Well, if it isn't the improvised free-climbing champion of Corellia.
When he smashed the platform, I thought it was all over. I can't believe you managed to get back up there and fix the shields. You're everything they say you are.
And so was Malgus. We were lucky to survive it all. That wouldn't have happened if you hadn't been there. Thanks.
The three of us are pretty hard to stop. We should work together more.
Count me in.
Before we go, there's something else we need to talk about. When Arn and I were buried in all of that wreckage, we didn't dig ourselves out. We had help.
From whom?
From some long-lost friends.
Kira. Scourge.
We meet again, at last.
Wait. You're the one who attacked me on Mech Shaw. You've been following me, watching me. Why?
A necessary test.
And you passed.
What are you talking about?
The Emperor, Tenebrae, Vitiate, Valkorion, whatever his name. He was a part of you. We all felt his destruction, but he has always been a master of deceit. We had to be sure that he wasn't lingering in your mind, hidden, waiting to come out only in the most dire circumstances. Now, we are sure.
I'm so glad to see you both. After all these years, I'd feared the worst.
Ours has not been an easy road. There is much to tell, but we can't risk saying more here. Let's travel to your base on Odessen. It should be safe for us to talk there.
About what?
The final gruesome weapon of Tenebrae.
It's still hard to believe that you're both back after all this time.
To be fair, we weren't the ones who disappeared in the first place.
True. We weren't the ones who charged away aboard an exploding ship.
All of those years without you. It wasn't easy. I was a nervous wreck, wondering what had really happened to you. I guess what I'm saying is, never worry me like that again, okay?
What's important is that we've found each other again. We can move forward, together.
Things are finally back the way they should be.
Why don't you tell me what's been going on?
As I told you on Carrick Station, Tenebrae's last gruesome weapon. He sought immortality, but only his endless spite survives now. In your absence, I received guidance from an old ally. The path to our enemy's ultimate death was unfolding, and we had a crucial part to play. Tenebrae hid his original body where no one could harm it. As long as that body remained in stasis, the galaxy's greatest evil could never truly be killed.
Unless we destroyed Tenebrae, the fight against Valkorion would never really be over.
Since Valkorion is gone, I assume you succeeded.
We did. As we later learned, we destroyed his first body just as you purged the last vestige of his twisted spirit from your mind. That is when his final weapon was unleashed. A Sith ritual, carved into his very flesh, unleashed an ancient plague from every molecule of his decaying corpse.
We were both knocked out cold, comatose for more than a year. Satil Shan was the one who finally pulled us out of that nightmare, and started a new one.
Since we had both been vessels for Tenebrae's power in the past, we were both protected to a large degree. Like a vaccine. But Satil had no such protection, nor did any of her followers. Within days, they were all laid low, trapped in a nightmarish slumber. In helping us, they are knowingly doomed themselves.
That's terrible. I'll do anything I can to help you save them.
I knew you would, but there's more.
The infection is worsening. There is a darkness growing among the afflicted.
We can feel their minds connecting, communicating. We're afraid they might be merging somehow.
Merging into what? Another Valkorion? Is this plague bringing him back somehow?
It's too early to make that conclusion. Whatever it is immensely dangerous. We must stop it.
How?
We loaded SWTOR and all of her followers onto a transport to keep them quarantined, along with a few med droids to tend to them. The transport is programmed to fly a random course through unsettled sectors of the Outer Rim, all weeks away from civilization. I can send a signal to alter the course, bring it to another empty system that's closer so that we can meet it in a shuttle.
We board the ship and connect our minds with yours through the Force. Together, we will face this entity and purge it from existence. And if we cannot purge it, then we destroy the transport and hope we've ended the old monster's schemes forever.
Valkorion was in my mind for a long time. What if connecting with this entity makes it stronger instead of weaker?
It won't. That is why we tested you as we did. To make sure that no trace of him remained. You will not strengthen this entity. Only destroy it.
It'll be a while before the ship comes back into range. Scourge, did you...
Yes. There is a private matter we should discuss. The sooner the better.
It's been such a long road. And now that we're all back together again, it doesn't even feel real. Once this mess with SWTOR is sorted out, I just want to go back to the good old days. Running around, fighting bad guys, saving the day. The good stuff.
Things were a lot simpler back then, weren't they?
Definitely. Don't get me wrong, I'm still a fan of the new and exciting, but I guess getting older helps you appreciate the past a bit more too. Look at Nostroll. He spent his whole life preserving every bit of old knowledge and history he can lay his hands on. And thanks to him, we might just have a shot at bringing the Jedi back the way they used to be. Or maybe even a little better.
The Jedi are definitely in good hands with Nostroll.
And he's lucky to have your help. Alright, enough reminiscing. Instead of talking about good old-fashioned adventures, let's get out there and find one, huh?